That's my advice. Tell the guy you're fucking sorry you want your job back. I mean, I would argue that. I would say that that's the path to take. Tell him that you enjoy working here. He's gonna lay into everything and.
Hey friends and viewers, how's it going? So today I am back with some updates as to being terminated from my job. So I have the updates, and trust me, they're not looking good, but let's get into it. So guys, yesterday was the meeting. To say the least, if I should say I was furious, it's an understatement. Like, I can't find the words to describe, how pissed off I was yesterday at the meeting. I went in there with my union representative, and before I even got in there, and I'm gonna let you guys hear some of the recordings. It's about 30 minutes long, so I won't let you sit and listen the whole 30 minutes, but I cannot choose the relevant highlights and let you hear those. But so my union, I was accompanied by my union representative, and immediately as soon as I got there, like probably 5 minutes before the meeting, he got there, and he said to me, "Hey, here's a playbook. This is what we're gonna do. This is what we're gonna do. You're gonna admit to them that you were on your phone. You're gonna tell them you're sorry. You're gonna tell them you love your job. You're gonna tell them you need your job back, and basically that it won't happen again, and it was a big misunderstanding, right?" And I'm sitting there to myself, I was like, I'm not gonna admit to anything that I didn't do, so you want me to come in here and tell a lie on myself? I mean, I thought we were supposed to be going based on the facts. And I brought with me my phone records of the date when the alleged violation happened. I brought that with me, and I showed him that, and he was like, "You know what? I wouldn't show them this because it still shows that you was on your phone that day." And I was like, "Sure. Am I not allowed to be on my phone while on my break? I mean, you get 2 15-minute break period, and you get a half an hour lunch. So I could be on my phone during either of those times." And he was like, "Yeah, but I still wouldn't show him that." And I was like to myself, here's proof, but you don't wanna use that. I was like, okay. But I'm not gonna tell any lie on myself. I'm not gonna admit to something that I didn't do. And he constantly said, "Hey, if you're not gonna do it this way, I already spoke to the manager, and he's a good guy. He'll give you your job back if you apologize and say this is a misunderstanding." And that's the only thing he was on. And I said to myself, is this what? I'm not sure, because it's my first time a unionized worker. Is this how they operate? I'm not sure, So let me play a little clip from the conversation that happened.
Not that I listen, if my only defense is proven, that's not really a defense. This guy, do you know Fred? Okay, do you know Fred?
Not really.
Okay, so Fred's a good man, and he's not looking to fire nobody. I talked to Fred prior to coming, making this appointment. And my opinion is this. if you're humble, if you say to Fred, hey, look, I'm sorry. I need my job. I want my job back. I'm going to say I don't think it's a justified termination. And I don't. I don't think that this jury...
So there you have it. So that's before even the manager came in the room. So he already just, let's sweep this under the rug. Just say you did what you did and just, just basically lying yourself. It's just to get your job back. And I was like, yo, no, I'm not doing that. That never happened, so I'm not gonna tell a lie on myself. So in my head I was like, yo, is this what the union does? Like, I have a record there. I have my phone records showing. Hey, it wasn't on my phone at the time that you said, and that doesn't even matter to them. They don't even care. And then to make matters even worse, the time that was told to me by the HR man. So when I first got fired, I immediately called the HR man. Like, hey, what's going on? Somebody saying I'm fired for being on my phone. What's going on? And she was like, well, yeah, we got information that you was on your phone on the 17th of September, and they told you to put the phone away, and that's what you got terminated for. And then when I got into the meeting, it's a whole different time. It's a whole different date. It was so supposedly they have on file the 8th of September, and the HR manager has on her file the 17th of September. So I was asking them, like, yo, what's going on here? Because there's some inconsistency here. Am I being fired for the 8th, or am I being fired for the 17th? And then again, I have both my phone records, because then I pulled up, because I went there prepared to explain for the 17th, because that's what I was told. I wasn't given any documentation, nothing. So I pulled up on my phone record. I went on my phone records, and this isn't a call log where you can delete. I went to Verizon, literally went to the Verizon app and pulled my phone logs for that month. And I'm gonna put a screenshot of it for the month of September the 8th, which they claim I was on my phone. I was never on my phone at 4 o'clock. My shift started at 3:30, and I believe I was on my phone at 3:30 before my shift, and then again at 6:21, 6:22, I believe. So nowhere between 3:30 and 6:20 was I on my phone. So I had that, and they didn't even want to hear that. Let me see if I can find the part where it was talking about that.
The last and final for a social media post. Back on.
Here it is, guys.
Flash, correct.
I think there was more people involved with it than Alex, but that's my understanding.
The question would be, there's nobody here to testify that you saw him. Did you see him on the phone too at 4 o'clock that day?
No. At that exact moment, no, I did not.
Okay. So I will say that he did bring phone records that shows that it wasn't on the phone at 4 o'clock, but I'm going to let Adrian talk on his behalf for a minute too, and explain your side of the story. I think it's important that Fred hears your side of the story also.
Well, I was told I was being fired for seen on the phone on the 17th, and he allegedly said he told me to get off the phone, and I got off the phone, which never happened. That's just a straight lie. I was not. He did not come to me. Me and Alex has had words, because I've had multiple problems with him harassing me. I've gone to the Braintree police station. I made it. I've had a bunch of emails, so I try my best not to have any non-work related conversation with Alex. Alex never spoke to me about any phone. I was not on my phone at 4 o'clock.
Okay.
This was on 9/8 though, 9/8/25, while cleaning his truck at wash bay at 4 p.m. night. You said 9/17.
That's what I was told. I was being fired for.
9/8.
So you've never been on your phone at work, or just on this day?
Pardon me?
You've never went on your phone at work?
No, unless I'm on my break or my lunch.
So when you've been clocked in, you've never once went on your cell phone?
No.
Since you worked here?
No.
Okay.
And this is the 9/18. That this is.
9/8.
9/8.
So I'm confused. Is it the 17th or is it for
9/8.
the HR manager told me it was for the 17th? So
I think the other incident, the situation with the drone was on the 17th.
no,
That's probably what she's referencing.
no. She made
What's the date
specifically.
on that, Mike?
4/16. 4/16.
Okay.
4/16.
Silence.
That's all you got?
Yeah.
Okay.
Silence, people. When I brought that up to them, saying, hey, you guys are saying I'm being fired for 9/8, September the 8th. But the HR manager has told me I'm being fired for the 17th. Which one is it, guys? Like, what am I being fired for here? And the manager was like, oh, that's probably a reference to something else, because I had got written up before for taking a video of a truck that had been in an accident while on my break. I had no idea it was violating their social media policy, but I got written up for that and I deleted the video from my social media. But they're saying that that's what she was talking about, the 17th. That happened in April. So I was like, no, that's not what we're talking about here. I was told by the HR manager I was fired for being on my phone on the 17th, and now you guys are telling me that I'm being fired for being on my phone on the 8th. So it's just like, you bring proof, but it's just like they're not having it. They don't care. All they want is for me to admit to something that I didn't do. You know what I mean? And listen, let's face it. So 3 months ago in August, remind you, I've been working there for 2.5 years. Never had a problem with phone. Although I've never even using my phone, but there's never any phone policy stating that you have to. I know you can use your phone while working. That's a safety issue. That's fine. But nowhere in the contract stated that you can't have your phone on you. Right? Now, as of August, they made it mandatory that you keep your phone in your toolbox. I wash trucks. I don't fix trucks. I don't have a toolbox. Company doesn't issue me a toolbox. They issue the technician's toolbox. So the technicians have somewhere to put their phone. Me personally, I don't. Because I wash trucks, if I rest my phone like, I rest it here, it's going to get wet. It's going to get damaged. So what their solution is to put it in my locker. Now my locker is all the way on the other side of the building. And I have a child, and God forbid something happens where I have to leave because of emergency. I won't be notified. So I have to keep my phone on me. Does that mean I'm using my phone? Absolutely not. And my phone records could show that. But do they want to see your phone records? No, they don't want to see any proof. They don't care about proof. They just want to have their way. And it just goes to show that's how these jobs are. That's just the way they are. And union, they're a piece of shit. Plain and fucking simple, union is a waste of money and a piece of shit. Because their only agenda is to collect money from you. And when the time comes to, defend your rights or stand up for your rights, they don't do shit. And he told me, point blank period, hey, if you're not gonna say what I want you to say, man, I can't help you. You know? And honestly, like, why would I really want to work or get a job back? Yeah, I would love to get my job back, but not before they admit that they did me wrong. You know? But why would I tell a lie to myself just to get back a job where they lied on me in the first place? So hey, who knows? They could do it again, and this time they could probably plan. Listen, I'm at this point I'm paranoid. They could plan something in my locker. They could do just about anything to get me fired, or even worse. You know what I mean? So for me, I dodge a fucking bullet right there. You know, yes, I know. I while I might be without a job right now, you know, life goes on. You know what I mean? Life goes on. For all who don't know, I'm Jamaican. Right? I'm Jamaican, and right now my country is going through the worst storm ever in history. We've never had a storm this bad. There's bodies piling up on the street right now as we speak. And I'll be damned if I sit here and complain and weep and cry, you know, while there's people in my country right now that don't even have a shelter over their head. You know, I'm grateful, I'm thankful, I can bounce back, I can, you know. So I'm not gonna sit here and mope and over some fucking job that don't give a shit about you in the first place. You know, that only wants to gaslight you and tell lies on you. No. If that's what it takes, I don't need that job, man. I don't need that job. So as it stands right now, I guess I was told after the meeting, like, hey, you know, this is what he said. It was like, hey, if there's gonna be allegations of managers lying, then I'm not inclined to give you your job back. I was like, what the fuck does that mean? Like, if you're lying, you're lying. You guys it's proved it. Your HR manager said something else, and now you're saying something else. Or you guys can't tell me why I'm being fired, and I have proof here to show that I wasn't doing what you guys say I was doing. And it's just like, you guys gonna cook the books. You guys gonna have it either way. Like, you're gonna be wrong, and you're not gonna take the blame. So, you know, at the end of the day, it is what it is, people. You either stand up for something, or you fall for anything. You know? So I'm not gonna stand for that bullshit. No. And the union should be ashamed of themselves. I wonder if I could, you know what, let me not even, people. But the union should be ashamed of themselves. And honestly, please, somebody tell me in the comments, is this how unions usually are? Like, I really need to know if this is like, because I always thought the union was supposed to be there to safeguard your job. Yes, I know that you can't go do anything illegal or violate the company policy and then expect the union to protect you. I know that, and that's not what happened here. But if your rights are being violated, if the labor laws are being violated, isn't it the job of the union to defend that right? That's what I thought. You know, but I guess I was wrong. So here we are, people. But I just wanted to give you guys some feedback and let you know what was going on. Not much has changed really, because I'm still jobless, but you know, at least I know now that, you know, it was just a blatant lie cooked up by every single one of those people, from the management to the union, HR. It was just a scheme to basically get me fired. That's all it was. That's all it was. And who's to say if I did go ahead and be a good little boy and apologize and, oh, I need my job, I need this job, I love this job. Who's to say they would have given me my job back? There was nothing written, there was no agreement, there was nothing written to say I would have gotten my job back. That could have just been a bait and switch. Say you were wrong, and then when I say that, it was like, oh, well, you see, now you admit it. No, ain't gonna happen. So people be careful out there with these jobs, you know. I know it's a rough time and people getting fired and shit, but as I said, stand up for something. Stand up for something, you know. Or if you're in a job right now and shit's getting weird, make an escape plan. Make an escape plan, because oftentimes when your instinct tells you like, hey, there's some shit about to pop off, take it, because the instincts are seldom wrong, like, honestly. So be careful out there, guys, you know. I want to finish up making some dinner for tonight. If you guys like the content, and if you guys like what I talk about, please consider subscribing, you know, liking, commenting. Tell me what you think about all this nonsense with these companies, you know. And until next time, people, stay strong.